Hello, I'm Bartleby with the Kinetic Paranormal Society, and you're here with the Sequester Support Show, where we offer you, maybe isolated by yourself, or isolated with other people, out there with the support that you need to help you find new and creative ways to deal with your own perception of yourself and the people that you're with, to appreciate all of you with. So, here we are, and in today's show, we want to do a bit of a recap of some of the things that we've been learning along the way. There's some great things that we've taken on during the sequester that are now a part of our lives, and maybe could go on and continue to be a part of our lives, and always should have been. One of my particular favorites of all of these things is washing our hands. Yeah, it's not like we weren't washing our hands before, but now people are like super aware of what ways are they like maybe touching stuff, and what are you touching, and maybe have you like washed your hands before you touch your face, and those considerations are great, and people are really considering them, and always should have, and hopefully always will. And one of my favorites of other things that you can also do that would be good to carry on to the future, maybe it's less popular than washing your hands, is rather than when thinking you're alone and having no one to talk to, you're not. You can always just talk to plants. There's lots of plants to talk to. And they're growing out of the cracks in the sidewalk if you can't find any. They're definitely out there. And maybe you've already done some talking to plants. Have you ever perhaps told your wishes to a dandelion? I bet you have. And have you ever thanked your food? Even though it's not growing, you can still thank it. I bet you already have. And you can be like, hey food, go into my body and send your nutrients into my organ systems. And the food totally can hear you. Well, if it has nutrients, because I don't know if you know, but spinach, it loses most of its vitamins in like 24 hours of picking it. So you better freeze it when you get it home. Or, actually, you could just eat it too. Also, you could grow your own spinach. That's like something you could do to give back to plants. That's right. Giving back to plants. That's something all of us can do. We can start our own gardens. We can rise up to the occasion and we can start amending the dirt around our homes. And if there's no dirt to amend, we can start making our own dirt in the kitchen. We can like find the old food and we can throw it in with some worms and dirt, and it'll turn into more dirt. And then you can grow and expand your dirt pile. And if all your neighbors have a dirt pile, they can take their dirt and you can combine them into one dirt pile, and you can have a community dirt pile that you can start growing your gardens out of, all of each other together, because now here we are at home, and the food chains, like food's still out there growing, but the operations of how to get it to us is a totally different thing. So a little bit maybe grown at home is something we can all do, and it's something we need to do. And maybe victory gardens is not quite the term for it. It's not like we have a common enemy. Like perhaps what we need is like a term that speaks more of why it is that we're gardening now. Perhaps we can call them like I think a Corona garden's not really what we want to say. It's not the message we want to send, is it? Not at all. Oh yes, solidarity gardens. We could have be a solidarity garden, because it's really about here it is for each other. And then I put out a survey. I had our tech guy put out a survey, and in the survey, I'm like asking people, hey, what other names do you think we call these kinds of gardens? And people came and wrote in all sorts of interesting ideas. For instance, some people said, let's call them survival gardens. And now some people were like, whoa, that's a bit grim. Are we already there at that point where we have to call them survival gardens? They said, hold on. How about a pun? We can call them Sir-Thrival gardens. And then I was like, yeah, I can't argue with a pun. Although then that's when someone else stepped in and they were like, hold up. Why do we have to have a fancy name for this all? Why can't they just be just gardens? And that's when I was like, oh yeah, that is an idea. We should call them Just Gardens, right? Just Gardens. Because they're just, or maybe that's a stretch. And then someone else was, come on now, guys. Come on. The essence of these gardens is that they're hope gardens. It's about hope. And another person was like, hold on, that's a little too vague. We just can't say hope. we need to be a little more specific, and let's be honest, guys. This is a sustainability garden. We gotta be sustainable. We gotta have enough food for everyone. We gotta make sure we meet that mark they were saying. And I was like, okay, you're right, guys. These are not just any gardens. These gardens have to be more. They have to be sustenance gardens, and let's be honest, most specifically, they've got to be edible gardens, because that's what we're really talking about. We're talking about something you can actually eat, because yeah, flowers are nice, and we should keep growing those too, but come on, guys, edible gardens is what we're making here. And so then somebody else is like, hold up, we need a name that's actually snazzy. Victory Gardens was cool for a very specific reason. People really liked it. It was to get everyone really get gumption going. And so they said, we need more. So I started thinking, and I was listening to this song. And this song is inspiring. It makes you really want to garden. It makes you want to get out there and do what you can. And so I was like, hey, what's this song? What is this? And I looked at the album, and it's like this collection of antique phonograph songs. And this one in particular is called The Great One Step. And I was like, there's something there, The Great One Step. Because this isn't like when China did the Great Leap Forward and they were like, hey, everyone, move out of the cities and suddenly start farming and feeding the country, because that was a real disaster. We aren't talking about doing that. No, we're just talking about one step. Everyone can't take a leap forward, just one step forward to do what we can. So that's when I realized we should be calling these things one-step gardens, right? One-step gardens. And the one-step garden is like something that you just have to take one step at a time, right? Isn't that fantastic? Because that's really how this is going to work. This is what's going on. We're all going to just garden one step at a time. And then, after we've been out there working a day in the garden, maybe just making dirt or just like sprouting a few seeds and doing what we can, you got to come back inside and wash your hands. So, with that in mind, I think it's really important that we talk about songs that you wash your hands to. My personal favorite one is the Kinetic Paranormal Society theme song. So get ready to wash your hands, everyone, because here we go. Get that soap and water ready. Around the point when we get to multiple dimensions, that's when you can start drying your hands. We got a whole nother 20 seconds in the song there for you just for drying hands. Because let's be honest, thorough hand washing needs some thorough hand drying. For real, y'all. Okay, ready? Let's get kinetic. Ukulele? You gonna play for me? Oh, okay. You're getting ready. Okay, here we go. You ready? Okay. Let's get cut. Dude, you came in so hold on. Stop, slow down. Let's get kinetic. Kinetic Paranormal Society. We have a wardrobe. A magical wardrobe. It travels through space, it travels through time, it travels through multiple dimensions. You're playing off. Oh man. Dude, stop. Oh. Okay, just keep playing it. We got to the dimensions part, guys. You know, thanks a lot for coming in, y'all. You've been a fantastic audience. I'm Bartleby Knee-High from the Kinetic Paranormal Society, and you guys are wonderful. You know, if you want to find us on the internet, you can find us by coming to kineticparanormalsociety.com or email us at kineticparanormalsociety@gmail.com. You can also find us on all of the different social medias, and most especially come find us on Patreon, because you could definitely like stuff on Patreon, but you can become a patron and make sure that this kind of quality support is brought to the world every day. I'm Bartleby Knee-High, signing off. You're beautiful. I love you. I can't wait till we can see each other face to face and make eye contact once again. Bye-bye.